All right, so today we're going to talk about watercolor paints. This is a kind of cool paint because right here are the watercolor paints. These are called cakes. They're not cakes that you can eat, but they're paint. But look at that, they're not getting on my finger because they don't work unless you put water on the cakes. All right, so you're going to get a paint tray, and you're going to get a paintbrush and a water cup and a paper towel in case you need it, and then you'll have your painting, of course. So the way we get our watercolors to work is we need to put a little bit of water on the paint cake. So I take my paintbrush and I get water on it, and I put some drops on each of my paint cakes that I want to use. And they have to sit there for a minute before they become usable. And they soften up from the water. Sometimes a couple drops will be good. Okay, and while I'm letting that sit there, let's take a look at our paintbrush. So here's our paintbrush. Sometimes we like to call him Mr. Brush. And Mr. Brush really feels, his hair is really important to him. Let's just say that. So he likes to wear his hair straight up. He gets really embarrassed if he's ever got what we call a bad hair day. Huh? Look at Mr. Brush's hair. That is very embarrassing for him. So when we're painting today, it's important that we don't give Mr. Brush a bad hair day. There's a couple of reasons that happens. One is sometimes he just needs to get washed in the water cup. The other reason is sometimes if you're painting, you got to be careful you're not smashing him down and scrubbing his head. He doesn't like that, okay? All right, so here's our paints that are probably softened up now and ready to paint with. And we're going to dip our brush into the first color that we want. Now, I know, because I've been painting for a long time, that yellow is a very light color and sometimes gets dirty by the other colors. So if I ever want to use yellow, I usually start with that one, because then I don't need to worry about it getting dirty by the other colors. So I'm going to start with yellow here. And you might be able to see that my paper is a little bit wet. And that's okay because it'll dry. But I left it like that because it was something I wanted you to see anyway. So right here is dry paper and here is the wet paper. And there's different ways that you can paint with the watercolors. One is by getting your paper wet first, actually. So let's just see what happens. The paint really likes that because it kind of bleeds into all the colors around it. And then here's if it's on the dry paper. Okay? So those are two different ways that professional painters will use their watercolor. Now I am done with yellow, okay? And I want to dip into orange. Can I take my dirty yellow paintbrush and put it into the orange paint? No, so I have to come over here and I wash my brush. And I'm trying not to splatter, I'm not tapping it everywhere. Just kind of wipe it off, and now I'm going to go over to the orange. And I wanted to paint, look at that, it can go right up to the yellow and it'll blend in with it. Especially in this part that I got wet. And I want to go back and add more. You get to choose whatever colors you want, okay? And I was telling you earlier, look at this is how we get a bad hair day. Ah, Mr. Brush. So I got to get more water on there. Okay, if I want to keep painting orange, I got to get more water onto the orange. All right. And then if I want to switch colors, can I take my orange brush and put it over here into the red? Nope. I need to wash my brush. And then I'm going to switch over to the color that I want. Now red is a super strong color, so I got to be careful that I don't get the other colors. Look at how my water is changing too. Okay, so our water can get dirty if you're painting a lot. Sometimes we even have to switch our water. Probably not with this project, but with bigger projects we will. Okay, I can see my brush is getting dry again. So I'm gonna grab some more of that. And I wanted to maybe switch over to purple next. What do you think? Can I take my red dirty brush and stick it into the purple paint? Nope. I gotta wash my brush. Everybody pretend you have a brush in your hand and you're washing your brush. And now I can go over to purple. And I can paint the purple. And I am going fast, but you will go slow because you want yours to look really nice. Okay, so I'm filling in what colors I like here. I'm doing the background first. That's the part around the pumpkin. You can choose however you want. I'm filling in my purple. And you know what? I changed my mind. I think I might go back to orange again. So can I take my purple and put it in the orange? Nope, because this will turn all yucky and brown. So do you see how they're nice and pretty right now? If I take that purple in there, I'll just show you by accident. Let's say I'm painting with the purple. Oh, look at how dirty it's getting. I'm painting with the purple and I put it in the orange. Look at how yucky my orange just got. Okay, so we have to be careful to not mix up our colors. All right, so I'm almost done with the background, and now this is what's really cool. I'm going to paint my pumpkin. I'm switching colors again, so of course I'm washing my brush. I'm going to go with a green pumpkin, because why not? Now watch this with the cool trick with the crayons that we did. I can paint right on top of that crayon, and it pops through, because crayons are made out of wax, and oh, look at this, what happened by accident. See? Crayons are made out of wax and paint is made out of, the watercolor is made out of water, and wax does not like water. So I'm going to switch to blue right now quick. Wash my brush. Wax does not like water, so they pop through those crayon marks. All right, friends, I am pretty much done with my painting. And now I'm going to wash my brushes, and the grown-ups will help you clean up. We'll put these back on the tray and we'll dump these out, and we'll put our papers on the drying rack.